Everyone's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Playdead Live, Ark versus SLY, Frozen Jungle. We are back, and it's been a little while since these two teams went to battle, but we got a good one in store for you guys tonight. I'm super excited. The games have been flowing really fast. So let's take a look and see where the standings are and how important this game potentially could be. We got some brand new avatars for you guys tonight, so excited about that. We got Team Vox at 4-1. We got Team Ark at 3-1, just trailing Vox. Vox has a tiebreaker currently. SLY 1-3, and Jet getting that big win last week, upsetting Team Vox. Take a look at what we got tonight. We got Ark traveling to SLY. Next Wednesday night, Ark and Vox. That'll be a first place battle. It's going to be an important one. Then the week after, we got SLY at Jet, and then we got Ark at Jet. So really good stuff for everybody. You guys excited? I mean, we're doing these one big matches per week. Monday, who can tell me what's going on? Let's start with Saturday. This Saturday, who can hype it up and tell me what we got going on? It's the first one we've done in 2026, and there will be door prizes. So you guys know. The box event, our epic box event 2026. First one we're doing. We are 2 months in, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you got them reserved. If not, you need to show up anyway. And what about Monday night? Who knows what's going on next Monday night? They have been an absolute blast so far. So we know next Wednesday night that we've got a big battle between Ark and Vox. But what is going on Monday night? Not Fish Strike. Close, Joe, close. Ship Strike. We got Ship Strike coming at you guys Monday night. So next week, Ship Strike on Monday, Faction War on Wednesday. Absolutely, gonna be a lot of fun. All right, now I did promise that the sliver wheel has changed, so pay attention. There's some new grenades on there, so let's show you what the sliver sacrifice is going to be tonight. And you know slivers are a big part of the game. Whether you score, whether you keep them from scoring, all of the above. Here we go. Look, we got glitch grenades added, top hats added, Maximon added, and oracles are added. Spin that wheel. And if you don't have them, you better get them. Oh no, oh no, oh no. And we've got a Ship Strike on Monday night. So I guess we're going to need a bomber reload in the very near future, because sad grenades are the sacrifice tonight. All right, well, make sure everybody's got them. That could change some things. Woo! Sad grenades. All right, well, I was hoping it'd be one of the new ones, but you guys know what's up. Ron, tell us what time it is, Father Ron. Better collect those packs while you can. It's roll time. Give me a number, everybody, from 1 to 12. 1 to 12. And I'm going to give away 2 packs. Give away 2 packs tonight. You want to collect those because, hey, you collect them all year, you might have your own box. Everybody's eligible. Everybody give me those numbers fast. All right, last call. All right, here we go. We're going to spin it. Number 6. Dr. Die and Ocean Man. I said I was giving away 2 packs. There you go. Ocean Man and the Doctor. Congratulations. There we go. All right, I'm going to take you to tonight's Epic War Bundle, everybody. Tonight's Epic War Bundle, and the gear is looking really good. Brand new gear ability. All right, tonight's Epic War Bundle. We've got up top in the silver. Got to have those Elixir Extreme and the Steel, but we're bringing Max Torment in this one. Also, Flight Smoke has been by request. You can use it PvE. You can use it PvP. It's going to be a good one. Flight Smoke. We got 5 post-battle pet revives. We're going to give you Graphene, Carbine, 1 of each of your waxes. Take you to the red. Red Summon Skins. Enrage 2, 3, Frantic 5, Savage 6, Mag 7, Super 8, Hostile 9, Super Thrill. But everybody wants T10s. T10s are important because you need them on Friday night. So you got to get these in the bundle. T10s in the bonus. We got 2 Brutal Blue, Rugged Glyph, 2 Brutal Red, Arson Glyph, Seal and Thrill, Onyx Skins, Absorption. People starting to need Absorption, and there's no Max Absorb. So you better protect yourself. I'm just telling you. Because without Max Absorb next week, people are going to be taking damage. Last time we removed that for a little bit, people were begging, like, get Max Absorb back because we got people dying. Well, no Max Absorb because we got a brand new ability. You can use it tonight, but it will cycle out next week. Energy over Spider Silk, Combat Orb, Thrill Smoke, Megacosm, Health Tonic will also be important without Max Absorb. Titanium Ore for your upgrades. Maximon, 1 of those. If that had been on the sliver wheel, that would have been important. 1 Blue Spark. 10. 10 Castle Strike Stones, Mythic Summon Skins, Colossal Summon Skin, Celestial Summon Skins in tonight's bundle. Super rare. And that's right, tonight's Zenith Belt. Look at the stats on this. We've got H24, D17, B17, AP14. That ability be in effect next week. It's called Charm. What Charm does on your turn, it is a gear ability. And if someone has a scoring pet out, a watcher, a orbital, a Kang, then you can steal 5 points for your team and lower theirs 5 points. So if it's a 20-point pet, now you get 5 points immediately, and that pet is worth 17. That could change some games. People that know how to use those. And if you've got that ability, some people might be ceasing, and if you use the cease ability, then you never know. All right. There is no war bundle tonight, so you got to make do with your grenades. We have the war bundle. There is no bomber bundle tonight, so you got to make do with what you have. But next week, we will have a super bomber bundle because we've got a ship strike, we've got faction wars, and we do have to get one of those in before the end of the month. So, Cal, let me see who all has the war bundles. And we're going to start on time because we got a fast-moving game. If you are Valar, Julia, Shaman, Jim, Bones, Tiny, Ocean Man, or Dimes, give me your pre-match buffs. All right, you can see we got Dimes, Julia, Ron, Justice, Bones, Valar, Cat, Busy, Football, Jim, Crimson, Lexicon, Dow, Animal, Die, Pope, Flyrod, Trigger, Nightshade, and Kel. All picking up that war gear. All right, I see Dimes, Bones, Shaman, Tiny, Julia, Gemstone, just need Ocean Man and Valar. Ocean Man and Valar. All right, I am going to take you down to the home field so we can get those buffs posted. Final 2, need your buffs. Here we go. We will start exactly 8:30. All right, there's Ocean Man, and hopefully we get Valar's buffs. All right, tonight's starting lineup is as follows. The home team going first. We got, and these are brand new avatars are on the screen. What do you guys think? Everybody playing tonight. First time we've had an all-avatar game. Check them out. You can see them. We got going first, going to be Deadly Dimes in the Rover Zone. She is Siege, Captain, and also Sniper. Following her will be the Assassin, Julia. Julia's a Captain, Siege, and in the Rover Zone. Julia followed by Tiny. Tiny will be in the Bomber Zone. Tiny followed by Valar. Valar's a Sniper in the Tank Zone. Valar followed by Ocean Man with a brand new avatar. It's looking good, isn't it? Check out Ocean Man. That's right. Got those dreadlocks working, Ocean Man. We got him in the tank zone. Ocean Man followed by Shaman. Shaman up there in the bomber zone. Shaman followed by Bones in the DZ. Bones followed by Gemstone in the DZ. It is 8:30 on the nose, everybody. Dimes, 20-second timer starts right now. Captains, I will read it once. I'll read it a second time. If you do not tell me hits or wait by the second time, it will automatically hit. Automatically hit. So make sure you're reading it before I read it. Dimes gets her move in. She's going to jump into Range Rover. How about a tire for Deadly Dimes? Going to move to their Bomber Zone. Going to play Cosmic Guard, Immortal Grendel, and Wicked Boss to Main Street. Negation Wand, Julius Sleet Wand, dropping a seal, H7 Snowstorm to the wall, and sacrifice a Sad Grenade to the Sliver with Duplex. Julia already says wait. Dominari by Valar. All right, so let's move. Dimes over to their Bomber Zone. We'll move her up there. Cosmic Guard going to play Emo Grendel. Also Wicked Boss, but they don't have a boss out, so it doesn't bounce any points back. Wicked Boss would take away if they had one in play. They do not. But she does get the Emo Grin. And playing Boss in 1. We'll cap in 3. Negation Wand for Julius Sleet, so Air Wands are out of play. Dropping a seal and H7. All right, so we're going to go halt 3 times. Halt 3 times, going to make it a S4. And then we're going to go with the Immortal Sonar. Make it an S3. It is an S3 Carnage equivalent. She put enough juice on it. Does take out a black block. And we're going to freeze some of the arc wall. And it is number 10. It is the final block. And she does get credit for a throw grenade. All right, all done within the timer. Julia, you're up. 20-second timer. Julia beats the timer. All right, read it once. Jump into Rover to their Bomber Zone. Grendel to the Haystack. Seal and Thrill. M7 Snowstorm to the wall. Duplex. Do you guys see each other's turns or what? That looks familiar. Dime says wait already. All right, let's give Julia a tire. To their Bomber Zone. Seal and Thrill, Grendel to the haystack. So each team has a Grendel in play. Snowstorm gets a throw grenade. Sacrifice is sad. All right, they're going to halt 4 times and Insania. It makes it an Immortal Sonar. Insania is the difference maker. Gets rid of all the rage and cuts it 25%. Team Arc, you get 60% of a black block, 40 black remaining. Bones playing Chromica, so we got 2 dragons in play. All right, let's go over to Tiny. 20-second timer, Tiny. Tiny going to disable the Cyborg. We'll see Tiny in round 3. All right, let's go over to Valar. 20-second timer, Valar. Valar beats the timer. Now that is a book. Jump in the tank. Go to Temple Steps. Wicked Boss to side chest. Holy Avenger to the wall. Going to steal Amy's Grendel. Seal and Thrill. Flourish Wand. S6 Snowstorm to the wall. Duplex and sacrifice a sad grenade. All right, read it once. Jump in the tank. Valar is getting a cannonball. Move to the Temple Steps. Wicked Boss to the side chest with Holy Avenger. Holy Avenger will get rid of that frozen block from the snowstorm, so that melts and no further negative buffs can be put on that wall. That's their second throw grenade. Wicked Boss will be a minus 50 to that boss that's already played. Valar playing boss in 1 with cap in 3. Seal and Thrill. Flourish Wand. Sacrifice a Sliver. Duplex. Already said it hits. All right, she gets in the tank, moves to the steps. Wicked Boss is good. Holy Avenger is good. Steal Bones is Grendel, so no Grin. Seal and Thrill, Flourish, Snowstorm to the wall, Duplex, and a sacrificing a sad. Now, because some of that has already been, the wall's been taken out, it will not have a Snowstorm effect. Has to be start to finish. But an S6 Snowstorm with no nerfs on it is going to take out the rest of the black block and will also take out a green block. All right, Ocean Man, you're up. 20-second timer to Ocean Man. Beats the timer easily. Ocean Man, get in the tank. Morb. Cronin is an auto hit. Boss to the side chest. Temple Steps. Seal, S8 Snowstorm to bury the dead. All right, Ocean Man gets in a tank. Gets Cannonball. Boss to the side chest. He gets a Seal and the Temple Steps. Playing Boss in 1. Cap in 3. S8 to bury the dead. Villar playing Immortal Blue. And that is the 3rd dragon. And it does count as a throw grenade. So even though it did not hit, both teams have satisfied their throw grenade criteria. And first blue of the game is Immortal Blue. Ocean Man will be hit for 40% of his health, taking him down to 60% life. Ocean Man at 60%. Tank Morb, Cronin, and Cronin is an automatic hit. All right, Shaman, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Ocean Man with the max absorb, we're keeping him at 100%, so he did use his max absorb. Mythic Kang to Villar's Boss, dropping a Seal and Absorption. Navy to the Temple Flame, Duplex. Sacrifice a Sad Grenade. Dimes already says it hits. So let's get a Mythic Kang. Could be worth 63. Going to put out the flame. A Seal and an Absorption. Another Sliver Sacrifice. Kang's good, Seal's good, Absorption's good, Navy's good, Duplex is good, and Sacrifice is good. Bones, you're up. 20-second timer. Bones beats the timer. Colossal Watcher, Seal, Absorption, Sweet Tea to the Temple Flame, Duplex, and Sacrifice a Sad Grenade. All right, let's give her a Seal. Colossal Watcher could be worth 73. Whoa, hold on. Sorry. That is not worth 73. Colossal Watcher is $30. All right, it does hit. Colossal Watcher for 30. I was already putting a Kang down. So we're going to put a Watcher right here on the first Watchtower. Do it again. Colossal Watcher. First Watchtower, Seal and Absorption. Sweet Tea to the Temple Flame, which will give her points and put out the flame. Duplex and Sacrifice a Sad. Give him Sacrifice and also the Duplex. And final move of round number 1, Gemstone, 20 seconds. Timer is up. Nerf timer is up. All right, I don't see it. So, no, I can see you, but I can't see the move. Can anybody else see the move? All right, try to repost it. She sent it to me. Gold Grendel Seal, S8 Gamut to the Grendel. Duplex and Sacrifice a Sad Grenade. So try to post it again. So Tammy can see it. So it's Gold Grendel, Seal, H8 Gamut to Grendel, but there's not a second target. All right. There's also supposed to be a Gold Grendel on there and a Seal. And that's the H8 Gamut. We got to get this right for the inventory team. All right, the whole move has to be posted for the inventory team. So she played a Gold Grendel, a Seal, an H8 Gamut Grenade, Grendel, Duplex, and Sacrifice a Sad. So there's also all right, MO Blue to the Gamut Grendel, and she's going to let the other one hit. Gamut has to be 2 pet targets. Is that correct? Never mind. It's 2 live targets. It can hit Tammy. 2 live targets is good. All right, so we got Gold Grendel. So Jim is playing her Grendel. Hang on. So she's playing a gold Grendel. So we had 2 Grendels out. Dropping a seal. Duplex. Sacrifice a sad. H8 to Tammy and also the Grendel. And Dimes is going to play an Immortal Blue. Gemstone does have first turn gear absorption. So it'll break her absorption, but it'll also deal 20% carryover damage. So Gem will be at 80% health. It's all good. I just want to get it right. So Gold Grendel is in play. Seal is in play. She's going to play max absorption to keep herself at 100%. And everything else is good. She got the duplex and the sacrifice, and the grenade was stopped. All right. That's the end of round number 1. Yeah, no worries. I mean, I saw it was on YouTube. It just didn't show up for us for some reason. So, all right. So we got both players going into the temple. So Ocean Man in the temple. Valar in the temple. We got a halo for Gem. Got a halo for Bones. DZ is 0-0. Strawman will stay 0-0 as well. We're going to get rid of one of these sacrifice halos for each team. Do them a couple Dragon Stones. Julie's in the Bomber Zone. Dimes is in the Bomber Zone. And slivers are 25-25. Both teams with max slivers to start out. And I think I missed one hit grenade on the map. I did because Valar threw a second snowstorm. Actually, let me go back. No, I did not. Their hit is the same thing as their throw. All right, so they had 2 throws and 2 throws. Even though it hit, doesn't matter. Still counts as a throw in round number 1. All right, we're good. Let's go to round number 2. Dimes, 20-second timer for you. Dime's going to move to their DZ. Colossal Kang to Main Street. Boss. Steel and Thrill. S6 Gamut to both theirs. And then the Sliver ability, which is duplexed. So that'll add 12 to their Sliver. Julie already says wait. So we're moved down to their DZ. Colossal Kang to Main Street. Possible 73. All right, Julia, what are we waiting on? Seal and Thrill. I see Wait. Judas the Dare Grendel. All right, so does the other one hit? All right, Julia, does the other one hit? Yes, no. All right, going to prevent one. All right, preventing one, Judas the other one, and an Immortal Blue. And the Immortal Blue is coming from Amy. Okay, it's going to work like this. All will stay alive. Immortal Blue is the second blue of the game. And because Jim used the Judas, the Immortal Blue is going to hit Jim. It's going to break her seal. So Jim has no seal. All right, movement's good. Kang is good. Dimes played a Seal and Thrill. Now that Thrill will fizzle because she already has a seal. Doesn't matter. She was playing it just in case she lost hers. Both of those Grendels were protected. They used a tank prevention and a Judas to redirect one. And the one they redirected, they used an Immortal Blue. And the Immortal from the Immortal Blue broke Jim's seal. All right, let's go over to Julia, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Julia's going to move to their DZ. Colossal Kang to Valar's boss. Pet Repel. S6 Spade loaded to the wall with Sliver ability. And that is duplexed as well. All right, I read it once. Move to their DZ. Colossal Kang could be worth 73. Pet Repel. S6 Spade loaded to the wall and Sliver ability. Spade Grenade is the first hit grenade. Blue block. Green block. and 25% of a blue block. So you got 75 blue remaining. And all good. Tiny, we skip. Valar, you're up. 20-second timer, Valar. Beats the timer. Valar going Colossal Kang to the boss. Pet Repel. F4 Unforgiven with Sliver ability. Her Sliver is duplexed as well. All right, read it once. Colossal Kang is good. Possible 73. Pet Repel to Valar. F4 Unforgiven to the wall with Sliver ability, and it hits. Take out the rest of the blue block and another blue block. Let's go to Ocean Man. 20-second timer, Ocean Man. Needle to the haystack. Pet Repel. M7 Spade. Sacrifice Sad to the Sliver. Needle to the haystack. Needle is going to take out the first Grendel. Sacrifice a Sad to the Sliver. M7 Spade and Pet Repel. It hits. All right, just showed up. You're getting awfully close on it. So Mythic Blue from Julia, second blue of the game. Just got it in time. Yeah, I see it. No more type. If I don't see it, I'll let you know. I read it when I see it. But there's a lot of extra lines of type on the screen right now. So Needle to the haystack, Pet Repel, M7 Spade to the Grendel. Sacrifice. And it got in just as I was saying hits. So we'll use the Mythic Blue. Shaman, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Shaman, Banish Wand to Julia. Mythic Syra to the Dragon Tower. Pet Repel. R12, Spade Grenade to the wall. And Sliver ability. All right, Banish Wand. Nirvana Wands are out of play. Julia cannot be knocked back or launched this round. Mythic Syra to the Dragon Tower. Pet Repel is good. And Dimes says, wait. Dimes, what are we waiting on? Banish Wand's good. Mythic Syra is good. Possible 30 if it caps. All right, Ocean Man going to prevent the Spade. And Shaman is using the Sliver ability, and it is duplexed. All right, again, Banish Wand's good. Mythic Syra is good. Pet Repel is good. Spade Grenade is stopped. And Sliver ability pumps the Sliver up one more time. Let's go over to Bones. Bones, 20-second timer. Beats the timer easily. Colossal Kang to Main Street. Dragon Smoke. F4 Milo to the Watchtower. Sliver ability. Going to turn into a sniper and steal Julia's boss. No boss for Julia. Colossal Kang to Main Street. Possible 73. Dragon Smoke. Milo to the Watchtower, like the first Watchtower. Give him the points for the Milo. And Sliver ability is duplexed as well. All right, final move of the second round. Gemstone, 20 seconds. Beats the timer. Gemstone. Mythic Gideon. Fear Dimes. H9 Gamut to Grendel and the Boss. And Sliver ability for Jim, who also used duplex. Mythic Gideon is good. Fear Smoke. H9 Gamut to the Grendel and a Boss. And Sliver ability. I've read it twice. It hits. We're going to kill that other Grendel. Yes. But you'll see what happens. All right, Gideon is good. It already hits, Dimes. We were way late on that. Boss takes damage. So that boss is going to be down, because it splits. It's going to be down to 90%. I'll explain it in a minute, guys, please. There's a specific thing that happens with it. Mythic Gideon is good. Fear is good. H9, we see what happens in the sliver. The fear does not resolve until next round. It happens. So I went ahead and moved her. But she will get credit for being in the DZ. And it resolves at the beginning of the next round. It's always happened that way. All right, so at the end of the round, Gemstone with a halo. Dimes with a halo. Bones with a halo. That will dim the Dragonstone. It'll also give SLY a DZ advantage, 25-0. Actually, Julia's there too. Never mind. It's 0-0 because both are occupying a DZ. Julia also gets a halo. And there is no advantage either way for the straw men. Ocean Man and Valar get credit. Arc, 73 points in slivers. SLY, 49. SLY had gotten a hit grenade with their last Milo, so both teams are the same there. All right, we're going to remove one of the sliver blessings from each team. All right, we're going to go to round 3, but before we start round 3, Dime's boss is going to cap, and 146 points in Kang's. Dime's 20-second timer. Going to move to their tank zone. So she's moving from the no zone that she started in to the tank zone. Pretty much there. Move to tank zone, spud to Julia, thrill smoke, F5 spade grenade, and scream ability on Julia. Movement's good. Spud is good. Going to eclipse Julia, so she disappears. So no scream effect, but the amp does go through. So no howl effect. F5 spade to the Grendel. And no spud. So S6 spade to the Grendel goes through. And Ocean Man should have had a... No, his needle killed a Grendel. Sorry. All right. Ocean Man's needle killed a Grendel, and this one is going to kill the other Grendel. All Grendels are now off the board. All right. Movement's good. Spud and Scream ability. Julia disappears. Neither hit. Thrill. Spade to the Grendel. Does hit. Does kill it, and it is a throw grenade. Second throw grenade for Team SLY. All right, Julia, you're up. 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Going to move to their rover zone. Lost Boss to Main Street. Dragon Smoke to the stone. S8 Maximon to the wall with MD6. Movement's good. Lost Boss. Starts at 60% health. Can't be stolen. Will add 50 points if it caps. So it does start at 60% life. So it doesn't come in at 100%. All right, movement to their rover zone. Lost Boss to Main Street. Dragon Smoke to the stone. S8 Maximon and MD6. I read it twice. It hits. Red block. 50% of a red block. Tiny is back. 20-second timer, Tiny. There's a Lost Boss on Main Street, played in 3, would cap in 5. 20 seconds, Tiny. Beats the timer. Move to Temple Steps, Burnoose the Wall, Mythic Grendel to the Haystack, Super Thrill, R12, Unforgiven to the Wall, Sacrifice a Sad to the Sliver, and Sliver Ability. Movement to the steps, Burnoose to the Wall for some extra damage. Mythic Grendel. Sacrifice a Sad. Gonna play a gold blue. All right, movement's good, Burnoose is good, Grendel's good. That is a S15. Sacrifice a sad and sliver ability. And that is the final blue of the game for Team Arc. No more blues. Gold from the gold blue will hit Tiny for 20% of his health. Tiny's at 80% life. All right, before Villar's turn, we're going to cap 209 points in Kangs. First boss of the game. Flags are 1-1. 20-second timer, Villar. Timer is up. If I say timer's up, I don't see it. Can you try to post the first part of it? Thank you. Playing Needle. Dragon Smoke to the stone. S8 Trance to the wall. And MD6. All right, Needle. They're going to take out that Mythic Grendel. Dragon Smoke is good. We'll relight that. and S8 trance to the wall with MD6. I've read it twice. It hits. Now, trance will not take out a black block and will likely not finish the wall. But if it does either, takes out a black block or finishes a wall, it's going to close a window from the enemy tower, which is huge. Dimes, you need to refresh because your weights are coming up like 30 seconds after I say it already hits. All right. Tiny is using the TP1. All right, so we're going to stop the trance grenade and every player refresh. If I read it and I'm not reading your move, it means it's not showing up. YouTube had some outages earlier, so I'm going to say we're going to be a little bit more lenient with it, but we need to get the game rolling or we're not going to have time. So I'm going to be a little bit more lenient because I know YouTube had some issues this afternoon. They were down. All right, so Tiny is using his prevention to stop the trance grenade. Needle, Dragonstone, Dragon Smoke, Mass Destruction. All right, before Ocean Man's turn, we're going to cap his boss. Be flag number 2. Ocean Man, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Got a Grendel battle going on. Gold Grendel, Thrill Smoke, S6 Unforgiven to the wall. Every time a Grendel's dead, somebody plays one. I love it. Gold Grin. Thrill Smoke, S6 Unforgiven to the wall. And it hits. Thank you for that. That's an S7 with Burnous. Green block. And a green block. Double green for Team SLY. Shaman, you're up. 20-second Shaman. That is the 3rd hit grenade for Team SLY. All their dragon windows have hit. Timer's up, Shaman. If you posted it, post it again. Do we have Shaman? All right, got it. Needle to the haystack. Thrill, Rad Rage. Unforgiven to the wall with grenade launcher and MD6. All right, that needle going to take out that Grendel. Dime says wait. Mythic Blue from Tiny. Final blue for both teams. Mythic Blue is going to hit Shaman. It's going to break her absorption and her seal. Bones, you're up. 20-second timer, Bones. I got it, Shaman. Bones going boss to the side chest. Bones playing boss in 3. Cap in 5. Pet Repel. All right, Julia says wait. Now, we're going to back up because Shaman does not have a needle. So, Amy, give me her needle killed Ray's Grendel. So, redirect the gamut to a second living target. All right, going to Julia and Jim. Julia. Does it hit? All right. Julia's going to lose her seal. Jim's going to take damage. It'll be halftime soon, so I'm not going to recalculate the damage. And Jim, final move of the first half, 20-second timer. Dark Boss to the side chest. Heal and Seal. Milo to the Watchtower, MD6. All right, Dark Boss played in 3 with cap in 5. Heal and Seal. Mass Destruction 6. And Milo to the Watchtower. Thank you for that. And it is an F4. And I think the Watcher requires a 5, if I'm not mistaken. So the Milo will not light the Watchtower. They will get the points for the Milo. So it hits nothing, but they do get credit for a second hit grenade. Was not prevented. Hits the ground. But does not light it. All right, and that is the end of the first half. Captains, give me your subs. Bones using elevation. All right. SLY, I want to confirm you guys have only played one. Yes, got it. I got it. All right, we got Dow for Shaman, Pope in the Ozone. Shaman heading out. Good job tonight, Sheila. Good to be back in Faction Wars, everybody. Rocky start with you two, but we'll get it figured out. All right, end of the round. Let's calculate some stuff here. Ocean Man and Valar. Each getting a blessing. Halos. 3-3. Sliver, 73 to 55. DZ, 25-25. Strawman, 0-0. It looks like we got Dimes. Make sure you announce your subs, too. I see the buffs, but make sure you announce them for the other team. So we got Animal coming in for Tiny. Football coming in the Ozone. Dimes heading back. Valar heading back. Dow, Julia, Valar, Pope, and Jim. Other side, Bones, Dimes, Ocean Man, Football, and Animal. You want to screenshot that one, Joe? All right, we will start the second half. Dimes. 20-second timer, round number 4. Beats the timer. Dime's going to move over to their rover zone. Right beside Julia. Move to their rover zone. Tiny. Ray's still in the tank zone. Move to their rover zone. Talon Ocean Man to the temple. Dragon Smoke, the DZ. F4 Unforgiven. And playing Hush on Julia. I've read it once. Movement's good. Talon Ocean Man to the temple is good. Dragon Smoke is good. Unforgiven to the wall and Hush is also good. So Julia, no gear ability on your next turn because you are hushed. Let's get to wall damage after Burnous. Blue block and 50% of a blue block. 1.5 remaining. All right, let's go over to Julia with no gear ability. 20 seconds. Beats the timer. Mythic Needle to the haystack. We finally got a needle with no grindles. Move to their tank zone. Euclid Animal. F4 linkage to their side boss. All right, Mythic Needle. Going to be played in 4, cap in 5. Move to their tank zone. Euclid is good. And F4 linkage. Their boss. It hits. Tammy, you can't be that much lag. Like, that move was literally up there for 2 minutes. There's no way that I went through that entire move and you played a dolly. Are you guys lagging from me saying it or showing up on the screen? All right, do me a favor. I'm going to type something in chat, and when you guys see it, I want you to type 999s, okay? All right, as soon as you see what I type. Okay, when you guys see the other person's move and you're a captain, you need to type on it. You can't wait till I read it. And that's the problem is, I mean, you guys are responding to my type in 6 seconds. So when it's posted, That's your opportunity. Especially with a dolly. It's going to be a 6-minute move because dolly, I got to undo everything I just did. All right, captains, when the other person posts it, you guys have to read it along with me and get your hits and weight in long before I'm reading it and moving stuff around. All right, Julia, you get one pet play. Do you want to stay with the needle? All right. No movement. Needle is good. No Euclid. And no linkage. All right, again, the only thing that happened from that move is a needle. No, I look, I can even get 20 seconds of lag. But no shit, I was 2 minutes into that move. Like I'd already said, Joe's a Euclid. I mean, I read it, and then I went back, and I'm moving it. So it wasn't even 20 seconds. It was a long-ass time. Especially if you're going to use a cyborg. Just say, because I got to undo all that shit. All right. Animal. You're up. 20-second timer, Joe. Beats the timer. All right. Needle to the haystack. Seal and thrill. M7 Unforgiven to the wall. Sacrifice a sad grenade and sliver ability. That's once. Needle to the haystack from Joe. Needle in 4 with cap in 5. It already hits. Good. Seal and thrill. M7 Unforgiven. Sacrifice and a sliver ability to pump that up to 61. So the equivalent of an M8 Unforgiven. It's another hit grenade. They've already maxed out their hit grenades. Blue block after Bernous, 15% of a red. I've got 85 red remaining. All right, let's go over to Villar. 20-second timer, Villar. Easily beats the timer. Villar, move into the temple. Summon Crumble. 1 second. All right. Crumble will remove scoring pet from the game and prevent its owner from playing it later. Needle is not a scoring pet. Scoring pets would be Cinder, Watcher, Kang, Cinco, Gideon. You cannot use Kang. You have to target a scoring pet that he has. Because Crumble is already a legal play. So you can remove one of his other scoring pets from the game. Kang, Watcher, Orbital. All right. Going to remove Football's Watcher from the game. No Watcher for Football. All right. Villar is going to move into the temple. Everything else does hit. Fear Ocean Man. So Ocean Man is going to be feared out of the temple. M7 Unforgiven to the wall and Scream to Football. Scream's going to give him a Howl and also a Amplify to the wall. Any Unforgiven hits. That is 3 hit grenades for Team Arc. %50 red. Let's get the right wall. 50% red and a red block. 1 red block remaining. And on the other side, 3.55 red remaining. All right, let's go to Ocean Man. 20-second timer. We have Ocean Man. All right, move back to the temple. Colossal Kang to the boss. Dragon Smoke to castle. F5 Unforgiven to the wall. All right, let's move him to the temple. Julia says it hits. Colossal Kang to the boss. Could be worth 73. Put some Dragon Smoke up there. And F5 Unforgiven to the wall. After their Bernus and Amplify. Take out the 5/5 and take out a block. 2 full red blocks. One full red block and 2 full red blocks. Walls are almost even, arc up by about a block. Let's go over to Dow. 20-second timer, Dow. Do we have Dow? Talon Julia to their tank zone. Move into Temple Steps. E7 Unicorn Grenade to the wall. Duplex ability. Seal. And sacrifice a sad grenade. All right. Read it once. We'll Talon Julia to their tank zone. Thank you for that, Dimes. Move into the Temple Steps. Unicorn to the wall. Duplex ability. Drop seal and sacrifice a sad. Unicorn, let's give Dow a gold bar. Let's rebuild that wall. All right. Got your invoke. Unicorn will also take out black block and a teardrop. All right, let's go over to Bones. Bones, 20 seconds. Got it? With Snowplow and Knockvillar out of the temple. She cannot occupy or be brought back this round. Bones with the Wave Award. One sec. All right, let's go over to Gemstone. 20-second timer, Gem. Colossal Kang to her boss, Dragon Smoke to Dragon Castle, Milo to the Watchtower. All right, read it once. Colossal Kang could be worth 73. Thank you, Dimes. Dragon Smoke to the tower. Milo to the Watchtower, getting points for the Milo. And let's go ahead and light that up. All right, football, 20 seconds for the Football Master. We have football. Show his avatar while we're waiting. All right, we got Needle to the Haystack. Seal, M7 Dracaris. Sacrifice a Sad and Duplex. Julia says, whack it, wait, and intervene. Whack it, wait, and intervene. Sounds like a porn movie. All right, Needle to the Haystack. Needle in 4, Cap in 5. Seal. Intervene to Dracarys. Sacrifice a sad. All right, final move of round number 4. Pope, 20 seconds. Three needles on the board. Beats the timer. Colossal Kang, Seal and Thrill, M7 Summoning Grenade to the wall, Duplex, and Sacrifice a sad. I've read it once. Colossal Kang could be worth 73. Sacrifice a sad. Seal and Thrill. I see you, Tammy. Thank you for that. And M7 Summoning to the wall. Take out 2 green blocks. And we'll summon a gold orbital. And that is the end of round number 4. At the end of round number 4, Ocean Man with a golden orb. Congratulations, Ocean Man. Let's remove a sliver blessing from each team. Give Jim a 4th halo. Let's give Bones a 4th halo. Strawman 0-0. DZ 25-25. Sliver 73 for Arc. 61 for SLY. Bronze Star. For Julia. And a Bronze Star for Dimes. Siege Award for Julia and Siege Award for Dimes. All right, Dimes, round number 5. 20-second timer starts right now. Both teams have sentry guns this round. Beats the timer. Move to the Temple, Kruger, Warrior Enraged, Super Thrill, Napoleon, H9 Unforgiven to the wall with MD6. Julia says, wait. All right, let's see if that's enough. We got dimes going with M7. I'm sorry, H9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we got S16. We're going to play Insomnia. Take it down to 13. Immortal Sonar. S10 Carnage. And Glacier makes it a S5 Navy. Two red blocks. We got Burnous on it, which and Amp and Mass Destruction, which is going to make it equivalent to an S5 Carnage. It will take out a red block, and it will take out 60% of a red block, leaving 40% of a red block left. Now, Renegade cannot be played this turn because Insomnia was played. Doesn't mean Renegade can't be played as a DI in the future, but it can't be played this turn. Because you can only have one Crypt Dragon at a time. So no Renegade yet. All right. Before Julia's turn, we're going to cap Julia's needle. First needle cap of the game. All right, Julia, 20-second timer. Julia beats the timer. In range, Talon Villar to the temple. Jin Shi, panic mode. Turn Joe into a boss. Seal, H9 Unforgiven to the wall with Scream and Zulu. All right, Valar cannot go into the temple because the temple's occupied. But you can Talon Valar to the temple steps. And she'd be third in line behind Dal. Jin Shi. Five dragons have been played by Team Arc. Range, Talon, Jin Shi, Panic Mode. Seal, H9, Unforgiven. Scream and Zulu. Who are you targeting with Scream, Julia? All right, Dimes. All right, let's get the wall damage. Blue block. Blue block. %10 of a blue block. 90 blue remaining. All right, Joe's a Euclid, so we will skip, but on Joe's turn, we will cap his needle. All right, let's go to Valar. 20-second timer, Valar. Beats the timer. Immortal Faust to Julia. Torment to Bones, Unforgiven to the wall, and Hush Amy. So not only is Bones tormented, no gear ability this turn. Dime says wait. Mortal Sonar. Well, also, we capped Julia's boss this round, so we're going to go ahead and take that up there too. Put it on the scoreboard. So Julia had capped a needle and a lost boss. Dime's going to renegade the block too. All right, so we got a couple things happening here. And that will be another dragon. Dragon number 3, or dragon number 4 for SLY. Faust, Torment is good. Hush is good. S6 Unforgiven. They're going to use their final sonar. It will take out the blue block. And a little bit of carryover damage is all it needs because that is a teardrop. And that teardrop will take out the red block. And I also missed Dimes' Kruger from above. So, Arc, this watchtower is not lit. Your watchtower was dimmed. So you are at 0 watchtowers. Julia, give me a 999 if you see that. Dimes had played a Kruger, and I did not unlight your watchtower. Got it? Yep. Okay, cool. All right. Other stuff is good. Dimes played Renegade at the end of the turn. So let's give Dimes a gold bar. Dimes with a gold bar with the Renegade, and we will go ahead and rebuild that wall. Each team has a needle. Each team has a wall. Each team has 2 flags. Sounds like a close one, doesn't it? Ocean Man, you're up. 20-second timer. Make no mistake, this game is going to be close. And it will also not finish. There's 0 chance we're going to finish this game on time. Beats the timer. Ocean Man breaking out Bart. All right. Is this baby Bart? The 10% bonus to the Kangs? Gold Spark to Julia. F4 Jakaris. Dow going to prevent it. All right, Baby Bart giving SLY a Kang bonus. %. Let's go over to Dow. Dow, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Move and get into Battleship. Now, Dow cannot occupy the battleship. He can move to the battle, but you have to be established in a zone. So he is not in the battleship at this time, but he is in the bomber zone. So he moves from the temple. Sliver ability. He is duplex. That's another 12. Colossal Watcher, Torment Football. Unforgiven to the wall from Patton, and they're going to Judas it to their wall, Julia. I see it now. All right, let's get that Colossal Watcher from Dow. So each team now with a Watcher out. I had to do a double take for a minute when Julia typed because I thought it was Mardi Gras. It's like, do you see my hits? Judas it. And it does hit. Nine. Gonna be a good hit. Wall is no longer Bernoused. Black and green. Walls are getting close. Football with a clutch move there with the Judas. Bones, you're up. Before Bones' turn. We're to cap 73-point Kang. And a second boss. Third boss. Bones, Colossal Gideon, Torment Pope, Rage Tonic, Dracarys to the Dragon Tower. Julie says, wait. Pope with the prevention. On Bones. Before Jim's turn, we're going to cap 2 Kangs and a Boss. Bosses are done for the evening, and they ended up even. At 3-3. 20-second timer, Jim. Gold Orbital, Tormented Dimes, S6 Milo to the Watchtower. Gold Orbital, Tormented Dimes, S6 Milo. It hits. It does not. It is prevented by Morb. All right, let's go to football. 20-second timer, football. We have football and Pope. Football going to get in the turret. Mythic Gideon. Repel, Rage Tonic, Dracarys to the Dragon Tower, and Sliver. He is duplexed. So that is 73. Goddard will light the Dragon Tower. And will also remove 2 Sliver Blessings from Team Arc. Turret's good, Gideon's good, Repel, and Dragon Tower is lit. All right, let's go to Pope. Football's needle also capped. I got needles at 2-1. Gets in the turret. Mythic Orbital. Torment Animal. Rage Tonic, Unforgiven. Sliver Ability. Sliver's now worth 97. That is correct. Animal cannot evoke because he's still a boss until his turn. So we got Unforgiven with Rage, +2 for the turret. That's S3, and an Evoke. Dimes, anything else, or hits? Finish off the red block and take out a red block. One red block remaining. All right, we have 6 minutes to go. We're going into the final round. It is Dragonstorm. It is S3. Dimes, you're up. 20-second timer, Dimes. All right, move is locked in. Now I'm going to calculate from the end of last round while you guys think about the move, okay? The end of last round, we've got a blessing for Jim, a blessing for Bones. Strawman was 0-0. Temple Blessing, we had another one for Ocean Man. Slivers, 97 points. For Sly, I'm sorry, for Arc, 73 for Sly. DZ, 25-25. Arc loses a Halo. Sly loses a Halo. Okay, Jin Shi, Spookly, Torment Valar, Rage Tonic, Spade to the Wall, and Dual Blast. Spade, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Green block. And a blue block. Julia, 20-second timer. Blue spark, colossal orbital. Rad Rage, Unforgiven to the wall with Zenith. At 15. To her pet. All right, a lot of damage, but it takes out the one block. Julie's like, I'm going to light this block up. Gold bar for Julia. Let's reset the wall. Animal, you're up. Spookly, Super Thrill, Patton, L9, Spade. Julia, we got Spookly, Super Thrill, Patton, L9, Spade Grenade. Hits or wait? If you type something, I can't see it before you ask. All right, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And 25% from Spookly. Blue block, blue block, red block for the animal. And final move of the night, Valar. Type your move. Immortal Bane, Super Thrill, Blackout Wand. All right. Peel Torment, no potion, no wand. She gets the pet and the attack, and that's it. Because of the peel. Immortal Bane, we're going to rebuild one red block. 12 we will give her. Black block, green block, and 75% of a green block. And that, everybody, is where we leave it. That's it. And because we did not finish the final round, no DZ points. We do count down the remaining blessings, though. Arc with 3. We'll take out a green, a blue, and a blue. SLY with 5. We'll take out those 4 because they're 5 rings. And we'll take out a 5th. Pretty sure Joe took out a 5th a couple hours ago. All right, so that'll give us another black block or another wall. And you can just look at the score up there and see how close this game probably is. Because you got flags, you got walls, you got different kangs, there's a lot of variables that go into this. So give me 5 minutes, I'll calculate the totals. For me, it's too close to call. I know we had some technical difficulties early, but that's the way these games go sometimes. Like a football game has bad weather. I'll be back in 5 minutes, and we'll see who won the game. DZ points were split tonight between Jim and Bones, 75-75. Syra also capped for Team Arc. I didn't move it over, but the once the dragon smoke hits, that pet scores for Shaman. All right, everybody, we're back. And you can make the argument, should you be the road team? Should you be the home team? Do you play the bosses? Do you play last? Like, it all comes down to this is an even match, right? And you're going to see how strategy of each team and what you play when you play it really factors into whether you win on the road, whether you win at home, like either one of those things. I think this is really a telltale game of how it all boils down. So we'll start out. The flags. Flags were even. So Ark able to go in and steal that. Good move by SLY. By, Bones turned into the sniper, stole the pet, but Julia had the backup pet that lost. So it was a good backup play to that kind of, Johnny on the spot, right? So flags was even, 600-600. Wall game. Ark. Ark got the walls down, and SLY was right there with them. And, what I thought interesting about the walls is SLY, even though they fell a little bit behind, they got the rings, which basically made the walls 675 to 605. So slight advantage for Ark, but SLY super, super close. Strawman, 0-0. Kang game. Ark, 355 to 219 on the Kangs. So Ark found a way to get their Kangs out there, but SLY played the needle game. They played a lot of Grendels. They slowed the game down, and it paid off for them because they won the needles 200 to 100. Siege and Occupy was even. Watchtower, not a lot of action with the Watchtower. SLY 25-0, and DZ was 75-75. Timers did not come into play tonight. I removed all the timers from the game. So at the end of just the base points, Ark had a slight lead, 1905 to 1824. But we got to the PCP points. We had Ark, Gold Bar, Cannonball, Tire, 75 PCP, DZ, 25 Bronze, and they also used Faust, gave them a total of 275. PCP for Team SLY, Gold Bar, Cannonball. The Tire was Dominarid, Wave Award, Dynamite, PCP DZ, Bronze, Orbital, and Siege. Gave them a total of 425. Now, had we stopped right there, as you can see, SLY would have pulled out a slight victory because it was 1905 to 1849, but then SLY outscoring by 150 points. So SLY with a small lead going into the extras. Now the extras are the slivers, the extras are the Gideons, they're the Orbitals, they're the Chromicas, all of the above. Overall, the sliver game, Ark, 341, SLY, 263. So 80-point advantage in slivers. So now the game is almost dead even. But we get to the extras. The Syra, Lost Boss, Dark Boss, Colossal Orbital, Gold Orbital, Mythic Orbital, Colossal Watcher, Milos. Ark had a net 246 minus 41, gave them 200 points. On the other side, SLY had a negative Wicked Boss, a negative Mythic Gideon, and their extras did not total anywhere near SLY. They only added 7 points. So Ark 568 and extras, SLY 270. Final score. Ark 27-48, SLY 25-19. It came down to the extras. The extras was the difference in the game. And again, what I'd say with this is both teams had Colossal Watchers. The difference in the game, duplexes, Ark did a great job with their duplexes and got their scoring pets down. Is it advantage to go first? Is it advantage to go last? I don't know. The games are kind of 50-50 at this point. It really boils down to the strategy that you play whenever you go first and the strategy you play when you go second. That was a good game considering all the aspects. You guys, I had a good time. Thanks for pulling it back together. And awesome game, even though YouTube had some issues. We'll see you all tomorrow night for a little bit of fish fights. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.